I'm just trying to decide if I'm comfortable even talking about that.
This one's wife, Meghan at the Job Centre. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Things have not been going well for this one's wife. Netflix aren't going to renew her contract. There's no megabucks deal in the offing. The fashion houses are not interested in having somebody wandering around in clothing that doesn't fit. The cosmetic giants have stayed away. Nobody's offering her a podcast for substantial sums of money because most people have now realised that the drivel that she spouts is just a beige word salad with fridge magnet platitudes. She hasn't managed to clamber on the public speaking circuit, commanding $200,000 a pop for a speech, because she has nothing meaningful to say, and she's essentially unpopular. The money is dwindling, and yet she has significant overheads, security, PR puff pieces, somebody to go out and place moisture on the lawn to make it look dewy in the morning, a raft of staff in order to attend to her every needs. And Harry, well, Harry's useless. She thought he got mega millions, and it turns out he only had a few million, and that has been burned through at a rapid rate of knots. Accordingly, much to her chagrin, she decided that a trip to the job centre was necessary because, after all, she is the hostess with the mostess. She is the Duchess of Muchness. She has so much to offer to the world, and therefore she decided that if the agents aren't going to find her work, then she will do so, because after all, there are bound to be a multitude of untapped opportunities for her. As a consequence of the extensive reach of the Ultra, I have happened upon a recording that was made of this one's wife's attendance at the job centre, where she happened to be dealing with the only Yorkshire person in the whole of California that was rather world-weary. A tired job advisor with a no-nonsense demeanour who's sipping tea from a mug which bears the name H.G. Tudor upon it. But now, let's listen to how this one's wife goes about gaining a job. Right, love. Name, occupation. I'm Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, global humanitarian, feminist icon, and visionary entrepreneur. You've probably heard of my groundbreaking work in, well, everything. Meghan Markle. Occupation, unemployed. Got it. Hang on a second. Weren't you that lass from Suits and there's something about a prince? Oh, that's just the tip of my illustrious iceberg. I've revolutionized media with my Netflix series With Love, Meghan, a cultural masterpiece. My Spotify podcast, Archetypes, was a seismic shift in audio storytelling. And my lifestyle brand, as ever, is basically Goop 2.0, but with heart. I'm a trailblazer, a thought leader, Aye, let's have a look. Netflix deal, 6 projects pitched, 3 delivered, all flopped harder than a soggy scone. Polo, watched by nobody. Spotify, 1 season of Archetypes. Axed for, let me have a look. Oh, low productivity. As ever, launched with jam and dog biscuits, but sales tanked after the initial hype. That's about right. Oh, Joan, you're reading the numbers, not the vision. My work transcends metrics. I'm a disruptor. The world just isn't ready for my genius yet. But I'm here to bless your little job center with my talents. So, what have you got for a multi-hyphenate like moi? Right, let's find you something that matches your unique skill set. Tell us what you're good at, and I'll see what's on board. Wow, where do I start? I'm a world-class producer. My Netflix show had layers. Cooking, gardening, raw authenticity. I could produce a blockbuster series that redefines storytelling. Think The Crown, but with me as the star, naturally. Producer, eh? Well, we've got an opening at the local cinema. They need someone to pay to manage the popcorn machine and schedule film times. You'd be producing The Snack Experience. Pays $15 an hour. Popcorn? Joan, I'm talking Oscars, not butter drizzles. My vision boards are worth more than that cinema's annual revenue. Next idea, please. Oh, I'm also a gifted orator. My speeches at the Invictus Games moved millions. I could keynote at Davos or the UN. Speeches, right? Well, there's a gig at the community centre. They need a motivational speaker for the senior citizens bingo night. You'd hype them up before the B12 calls. $50 per session, plus 3 biscuits. Bingo? Joan, my words inspire revolutions. I'm practically Mayor Angelou with better hair. Surely you have something global. I'm a philanthropist, you know. Archwell, my foundation, has touched lives worldwide. I could lead a charity empire. Right. Archwell, you say. Let's have a look. Raised $1 million, spent $2 million on overheads, according to the papers. Not exactly Oxfam, are you? But there's a charity shop down road needing a volunteer to sort donated socks. You'd be touching lives, one mismatched pair at a time. Minimum wage, but you get first dibs on old cardigans. Socks? Joan, you're missing the point. My brand is luxury, aspiration, elevation. As ever is redefining lifestyle. My jams sold out in hours. I could launch a global empire of artisanal products. Picture me curating farm-to-table experiences for the elite. Jams, huh? Sold out to your mates, then fizzled. But there's a farmer's market stall opening. You could sell homemade preserves next to Bob's pickled eggs. $200 a weekend minus the stall fee. You'd have to stop calling your jam bespoke, though. Scares the punters. Oh no, your kids are already doing this, aren't they? A stall? Joan, I'm not peddling chutney to hipsters. I'm a literary titan. My children's book, The Bench, was a poetic masterpiece. I could write a memoir that outsells Spare. Publishers would beg for my prose. Bench. Sold 8,000 copies, panned for being vague and self-indulgent. But there is a local library looking for a part-time assistant to shelve books. You could write the inventory list, $12 an hour, and you'd get to organise the kids section. Shelve books, Joan. I'm a best-selling visionary. My blog, The Tig, was a cultural touchstone. I could relaunch it as a digital empire. Think Vogue, but with my soulful insights. Tig shut down years ago, love. Nobody's clamouring for your kale smoothie recipes. But there's a social media gig for a local dog groomer. You'd post pictures of poodles in bow ties. $20 per post. Max 10 a week. Poodles? Joan, my Instagram debut got 1 million followers in a day. I'm an influencer, a taste maker. Brands beg me to wear their clothes. My Laurel Piana coat generated $1 million in media value. Aye, and your as-ever aprons generated a yawn. There's a retail job at Mal, selling knockoff designer scarves. You'd be a brand ambassador for $10 scarves, $14 an hour, plus commission if you shift enough polyester. This is absurd! I'm a global icon, Joan. I've dined with kings, inspired millions, and single-handedly redefined philanthropy, media, and jam. I could consult for Fortune 500 companies, advising them on everything. Consultant, right? Your track record's a bit wobbly. Lemonada's podcast tanked. Netflix is ditching you in September, but there is a call centre job for a tech startup. You'd advise customers on how to reset their routers. $16 an hour and you get a headset. A call centre? Joan, I'm destined for greatness. I could star in a reality show, Real Housewives of Monty Shit Show. The world craves my authenticity. Reality TV? After Polo flopped, you'd be lucky to get a cameo on Storage Wars. But there's a gig as an extra for a local TV advert. You'd stand in the background of a used car lot commercial, $100 a day, bring your own lunch. Joe, you don't understand. I'm Meghan Markle. I'm a cultural juggernaut. If none of these suit my brilliance, I'll just start my own empire, a media, philanthropy, lifestyle conglomerate. Love, you've started 3 empires and they're all in bin. Here's me advice. Take the library job, shelve some books, and maybe, just maybe, read one on humility. Sign up for the allowance and come back when you're ready to talk sense. Next. You'll regret this, Joan. My next venture will be bigger than Oprah. I'm calling it Duchess Dynasty. This is just a setback. Aye, another one. Out. Next in line, please. And there we have it. The suggestions made for this one's wife, and once again the delusion that she exhibits. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.